Welcome to Attican Plays Railway Empire.
All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Season 4, Episode 4 of Railway Empire by Request. We're playing the Australia DLC, the Down Under scenario, and last episode we worked on this area here, which is, they call it New South Wales Central. And we established the town of Orange. We used one of our little super warehouses here. This warehouse is now gathering in grain and logs and seafood from down there. And then we established our first business. We now own a brewery in Albury. And we've got a connection to grain over here to augment what comes down from that warehouse. And we've got the beer going back, and we have established Orange. Then we used Orange in that warehouse to build Junie and Griffith, which was very easy, just running lines out of that with our little our run full kind of deal with dedicated shunt lines for each one. And then we also up here we built a couple of towns out of our Armadale warehouse. We established the settlement of Grafton and the settlement of Moray. I forget what was I calling it. Moray, I think I'm calling it. Doesn't matter. Whatever it is. And it would only matter if you live there. If you live there, I apologize because I'm certainly butchering it. So we got that. Then we had to connect Brisbane up here. So we bought access to this, what region is this? Queensland coast, and we established Brisbane by just simply linking it in with an automatic line to Grafton. And we also had to connect to Adelaide, so we bought access over here to this one, South Australia, and we put a station in Adelaide, blasted through this mountain here, and ran an automatic line from Adelaide over to Swan Hill. And we also established Swan Hill prior to that with another warehouse set up. So we've got a warehouse set up here that we can use that's starting to get stuff in it at a good pace that we can use for future stuff. At that point, we got our new tasks. Our new tasks are pretty big. 200 sheep's wool to Brisbane, 200 lumber, 200 lumber to Adelaide, and 200 rum to Newcastle. Now, here's the thing about that. I believe that it means to the town. So the town has to consume, like, for example, Adelaide has to consume lumber. Well, Adelaide doesn't even, well, do they? Oh, wait. Oh, they're making this easy. Oh, this is too easy. Oh, come on, guys. There's an export warehouse in Adelaide, and Adelaide exports lumber, so they'll take all the lumber you can send them. Oh, that's a little disappointing. Okay, let's see. What about Newcastle? It's over here. Is there a warehouse there? Yeah, there's a warehouse here that exports rum, so we just have to run. It'll take all the rum you can send it. And, well, basically. And then Brisbane, probably same thing. It's probably, yeah, there's an export warehouse, and it will take, what is it? Oh, here we go. The sheep's wool. It has an export warehouse for sheep's wool. So in other words, run sheep's wool down here, you're done. But, you got to have access to the sheep's wool, which we don't. So we're going to have to establish a city somewhere. So there's a little work left, but it's not as much as I thought it would be. I actually thought we were going to have to. When I left, I was thinking, oh, we're going to have to come back and grow these cities really big, really fast in order to get this done. But that's not true. However, we do have to be able to get sheep's wool access. So to get sheep's wool access, let's go to settlements. Yeah, see, that doesn't exist from our point of view. So where's a settlement that's going to give that to us? Probably way up here. Yeah, so we would have to establish the town of Bundaberg in order to get access to sheep's wool here, either that or we're going to have to take that sheep's wool from far, far away. So, for example, well, we don't have access here either. This one, what would this one? Okay. This Toowoomba would give us access to that wool. Well, interesting. I have to think about this one. And then Newcastle, they want rum. I don't even know how to make the rum. Probably sugar and fruit, or sugar, or something like that. Rum. Just sugar. All we need is sugar. So we've got sugar right here. We could put a rum business in Port Macquarie, replace that news with rum, and then run the rum down to Newcastle. So that, okay, so that, I think that'll be the plan for that. Sugar to here, and then a line, an automatic line between Newcastle and Port Macquarie will take care of that one. And what's the timing on these? They're all the, well, no. The sheep's wool to Brisbane's first, so maybe we can work on that first. Okay, it's a little tough. All right, I'll take back some of my disappointment. And we're getting a lot of breakdown bag conditions. This is really, if I was worried about them a little bit more, I would strongly consider putting in, well, instead of strongly considering, why don't I just do it? Why don't I just, geez, Pete, let's go here to here, here to here. Reset that train because it's dying anyway. Let's delete this and let's use something I just never use, a maintenance station. We'll put it, we'll put it right there, and we'll run our track. In like so. These things are so huge. Take that out. Let's run this a second. Get that train out of the way. And let's delete back here. We have such long lines that our trains can't make the whole route without blowing up. Now you should cooperate. Go down like that, like that. There we go. And let's reset our signals. Get rid of the short block and come over here and do the same thing. Okay. So now these trains here can pass through that maintenance station and get some maintenance as they go. And what line are you on? Alan Shopping. I don't understand that one. Why would he break down? Well, you know what? We're going to put maintenance on this as well. I'm finding that these stations, the load we're putting on them, even with maintenance turned on, they still work. And here we've got a big backup just because these cities, when they first start, they're so small, they don't need anything. We've already given them a whole bunch of supplies. They're eating it up at such a slow pace. Now, they're all growing, which is great, but they're consuming at such a small pace. So all this backup here, there's two things going on here. And another thing I can do is we can do it more like Jan Jansen's and make sure we have some, get these guys moving a little bit. But it doesn't worry me that they're all backed up like this. If I need the money for something, I'd kill them and bring them back later, but don't. And as I said, these small towns, the settlements are so well supplied that they're just not going to take anything for a while. Now, the other thing we did want to do is get, I would kind of like to have, I'd like to have, actually, believe it or not, an industry in Orange, and I'd like to run the cattle that we work so hard to get access to here. And I noticed when I was editing this, I goofed up on, well, it wasn't a goof up, but I misread something. We could have gotten this, the cattle access from over here in Wagga Wagga too. I thought Griffith was the only choice, but it doesn't matter. It makes no difference. So why don't we run this cattle? How big are you? Well, you know what? I'm getting off topic. I'm letting myself get distracted. I want to put meat in this group here. That would really help all of them and make a lot of money and all that stuff. But who it's kind of who cares. That's not what we're trying to do. Let's get back here to the problem at hand. The problem at hand is getting wool to this export warehouse. The wool is right up here. We need it, well, here, or there's one over to the west, here. Either one would be fine. We just need to get access. So let's just pick something and do it. Oh, you know what? I love this name, Toowoomba. I mean, why wouldn't you pick Toowoomba to build? Let's do that. We're going to pick Toowoomba. We don't. Oh, this is neat. We don't have a settlement permit. Cool. We actually can't do something for a change. Okay, we've been going through this way too easily. So we need to get a settlement permit. We need to grow our population. We only need 4,000 more. And we have to understand that we've got Grafton, all our new settlements are growing at 99%. We've got Grafton, we've got Moray, we've got Orange is growing, Junee, Griffith is growing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got at least five or six towns that are growing really quickly. So we'll have that. Let's just let the silly thing run. And once we get a 1 here, we'll see a little number 1 will pop up here, and that'll tell us, see, as we grow on our population, that'll tell us we got enough. And we could look at, how can we grow other towns? Like, one thing we could do, here's one thing we could do. We know we're going to want this. We know we're going to want a line from Newcastle. How busy is this track? Pretty busy. Let's see if we can't let's see, how would we do this? I don't know if we can get through there. Maybe we can. Let's just find out. Let's run like this. We can get through there. Yeah, let's just see if we can we touch that. Go here. Yeah, let's just run a little dedicated line. We know we're going to want it anyway. Okay, that's part of the plan. In fact, now that I think about it, while we're waiting on the growth that we need, we will set up this rum thing, because we're going to have to manufacture the rum as well. So now we've got a little dedicated line here. It's going to need towers. Let's put a tower where it could help several lines. And I should have really, it would have been better, I think. I think it would be better. Why don't we delete that and that. And let's run it back like this. Let's run it back where it picks up that tower and then goes in. That just makes sense. Okay. Plus, it gives us the look of the super highway of track, which I very much like. Okay. Make sure we got our signals set all the way. Okay, we have tower coverage now, and we can just set up an automatic line between here and here. Let's just keep running. And between here and here. You know what? We can contemplate the consolidation. What would it cost to do consolidation? A lot. Okay. We're okay. The mogul's fine. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, these are the trains. Again, these are the trains where Junie doesn't need anything, right? They just don't need anything. This is the Junie line, so we can treat it like give it to Jan Jansen's and let it come on up here. Not that it matters, but kind of doesn't matter where they wait. They can move up a little bit if they want to. And see, we got the same thing going here. We've got these this line from Moray has the same deal. It's kind of Moray doesn't need anything anymore. Okay, where were we? Oh, and we want to buy this for a lot. We're going to knock it down, and we're going to put in the distillery, which makes the rum. We'll put it right out there. And we can level it. See it now. Here's where Doc sucks. 850,000 to level it up. But let's do this first. Let's get it going. Let's take this. I'm gonna put a train station here. Now we'll stick with the small train station dedicated to getting this stuff over to our rum factory first. This sugar could go up to that warehouse up there. That's what I'm saying. But there's really no benefit to doing that right this minute. Where do we want to go in? Let's just put another, expand this station and run our track back like this. Okay. Okay, good. Now we're going to set a line here, and we're going to go here. 16 weeks. Okay, looking good there. So now we'll get a rum business going. Now, how much rum does Port McCrory need? They don't need any yet. If they don't grow, they won't consume any. We don't have it going anywhere else, so it will go here to Newcastle. That's a fact, Jack. So let's see. All right, we're already producing, and we're going to, I think, probably level this up. We have a consumption rate of 7, so we can level it up the size we want within the constraints of Doc's resources here. Let's see. Research, what do we got here? Yeah, I guess. Ticket prices. Unfortunately, Port McCrory's growing. That's actually a little bit of a problem. Expand that to a level 2. Now we're making 1.6. And as I said, we should have no problem shipping rum. There goes some. There goes a little bit. So we've got the rum thing started. How much do we have to do? 200. Okay, that's a lot. Okay. Now I totally forget what we were waiting on. Oh, we're waiting on this. We got an unlock. So now we've grown enough to get an unlock. So we got another building or settlement permit. So we could go here in Toowoomba. Yeah, we got to do Toowoomba. That name is just too cool. But remember, we're going to have to turn it into an honest to goodness town, a settlement, before we can even get to that wool. I'd like to feed it kind of directly, if we can find the resources. There's no wood anywhere. There's seafood down here. How's this stocked? This is low on wood. Did we ever run? Okay. We need more of this, I think. We need more wood in this warehouse. But at the same time, shoot. Okay. All right, I take it all back. It's tougher than I thought it was. But I see wood right down here. So we're going to run our wood from here to here. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, here comes wood. We'll cross a bunch of rivers and okay. That's okay. We love bridges now. And look at that. That's a wood-based industry, so we might even drop some off there later. But first things first, we're going to get up here. And I think what we'll do with Toowoomba is, I was tempted to not use a warehouse, but I think I want to stick with that same theme. Let's put a big warehouse with signaling control here. Run our usual 5 things in there. We will give it repairs. Let me do my one-time apology for this video. My voice is really bad this morning, but we'll hang in there. Okay, I'm going to have to arrest my voice a little bit, so I'll talk when there's something interesting. Nothing. When are you going to see something interesting on my videos? But I'll talk next time there's something worth talking about. But if I'm just repeating a process, which I'm doing right now, I'll just let it go. Okay, it's worth noting here. What I want to do is have a connection, Brisbane to this warehouse. I want it to be to supply the beer to grow our new town over here, but I also want it to it can also get supplies over here, and it's much easier with the method we're using if you're coming in on the right hand side. So you saw me build the lines this way, which is probably arguably a better line, but it comes in on the left, which is which can be work. Obviously you can do that. We did that with orange, but this just seems easier to me. It's worth making the switch and run it in from the right hand side. So that's enough about that. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is really in anticipation of getting access to that to the wool. So I'm setting up a bypass, and I'm moving that tower to pick up where the bypass is. But anyway, there's going to be a bypass, and there'll be a line coming here that'll go into this line, bypass that warehouse, and go directly into Brisbane. In fact, might as well just go ahead and set up this side of it too. This should have repairs. And this one should be expanded. And we'll set it up to use both these lines. And we'll see. Okay, it's all the warehouse traffic is using track 2, so we'll use track 1 eventually for this once it's available. So we're getting there on that. How are we doing on rum? We got 28 rum we've delivered so far. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we could, if we had, let's see, what would it cost to upgrade again? 1.7 million. Oh, I love Doc. Now we're getting more settlement unlocks, which is great because that'll give us flexibility when we go over here and start dealing with the lumber issue, which we need to do as soon as we can. I think, I haven't run seafood up there, have we? Got to do that. Right here, right? Okay, yeah. That was part of all of this. I want to have a line that goes like this and comes across. And unfortunately, I've used a bridge, so that's not going to work. So we're going to have a line that goes off of this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to literally just make this a little pass through. We're going to expand this station. And we're going to run a line like this that hooks back into this line. In fact, let's just do this right. Let's make this a fully expanded station, and then let's run into those two like that. Shoot. Okay. And set our signals. Get rid of that short one. Then we're going to have it come out this way. 2 and 3 like this. I could just won't quite merge before the bridge, so let's just build another little Winton. And I think I don't know if I even explained this, but Winton is one of our little crew who sent me this beautiful tip on how to make prettier bridges. And when I first tried it, I screwed it up and didn't like it. And now I love it because I figured out how to do it. And you've seen me do it a bunch of times, but the whole theory is if I build a little side, a little piece here to separate these by one track, then I can build my bridge and then hook it up to everything. And you got yourself this beautiful little lined up bridge. It's very, very nice. And let's just run this in like this. Run one off like this and in like that. Now we've got a nice little pass-through line going right through Brisbane, and we can run our wherever it is, seafood down here. We can plug it into this line right here. We'll go down one more, make sure we have enough room to exit. Go down there. You gotta have a big enough room to get your trains out of the way. Like that, okay. And we'll set up a line like this. It runs full and goes to there. And you see it just literally passes through that station right there. Takes 52 weeks. There we go. Now we've got our nothing in this warehouse, which is fine. It's being consumed as quickly as we can get it in there. Mostly probably by Brisbane. Toowoomba's taking the first shot at it. We're not getting any beer back. I thought we had beer here. We do. I think one of the problems is what we're probably, are we getting beer going to Grafton? Well, a little bit. Yeah, we're getting some. I'm going to turn that off. The Brisbane to Grafton line is not going to take beer. And there is also a Grafton to Brisbane line, which is not going to take beer. There we go. We're just going to turn that off for a bit, so that any exports of beer are going to go up here to Toowoomba, because that's the only thing holding us back now. Oh, I'll tell you what's really holding us back. The fact that our line coming back from Brisbane is having to wait for trains to get full, and we don't have that much stuff coming in here, but that'll change. Now, I do see another problem, though. We brought our fish in here, so we need to give the Brisbane line, which I should have done anyway, a shunting line to pull it off to the side, get it out of the way, right? We don't want it in the way if it's waiting over there. So let's put that track in. And nobody's using it, that's perfect. So what we want to do now is pick the ones that are here. These four here, we want to give them an extra command. When you come out of Brisbane, we want you to hit your shunting blade over here. We'll copy that and paste that into all those commands. So now, if I can find my way back, now all those Brisbane, there we go, will come over here and wait, except for one problem. We got this, see this power right there? That's the one thing I keep goofing up. We don't want that tower there. Okay, now everything will flow because our Brisbane trains will come over here and wait. And our fish can get in here. There we go. Now Toowoomba is a town. Now we can go over here to our wool. Give it repairs and start shipping wool into Brisbane. And we could contemplate buying this. How much would it cost? No. We're going to let the owner figure out that he's got a ton of potential here if he would just use it. Set a line, track 1 running full, going to here, track 1. And that's 44 weeks, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trains. We're going to tell it, hey man, you could run 7 there if you would just do it. And look at that, we've already got 2 full and 1 already loading. So good. So all right, so that should take care of this wool task. Our rum task is progressing nicely. Now we got to get over there and lumber to Adelaide. That's our next one. Lumber to Adelaide. We need to be creating lumber, sending it to Adelaide. If we go to Swan Hill, buy that tailor, very expensive, knock it down, put in lumber, sawmill, right over here. Upgrade that sawmill to 3.2. Now this line right here should very quickly start picking up lumber for export from Swan Hill. It's got 8 to export right now, and we can throw another couple of trains on this. From this side. And there goes some lumber. And there goes some more lumber. Good deal. All right, so now we've got lumber going to Adelaide. We've got rum going to Newcastle. And we've got we've got a missing supply tower. What are you? Bad condition. These lines. The one thing I would go back doing this again. I think you could consider putting some maintenance stations on these big long lines. You know, like halfway across the really long lines. How are we looking here? Yeah, see, we're doing well on this. We haven't got any lumber there yet, but it should be soon, I would think. Yeah, here we go. Here comes our first loads of lumber into Adelaide. And we could have considered, this would be a really, I'm just sticking with these because we kind of started with the small stations, but we could have considered a signaling control station here. If I'd known exactly what was going to happen or what was coming, that would have been a good choice. But it honestly doesn't matter. We're going to move them about as fast as we can make them. Swan Hill, it only has 3 to export. Let's see. What's that? The Brooks Mobile. That's kind of a nice train. It cost us $5 million to upgrade all our trains. How many trains are we running? I must be out of control on the trains. 185. Oh, that's not that many. He said. All right, what we can do here if we want, this would be a great place if we want to put another business. Great place for a meat industry. Now, what we can't do is put another. Be nice if we could just put another sawmill in there. Why not? It's sort of a specialty town. You see, it won't let us. You can only have one of each industry type in a town. So we'll just let that go. We'll just let it be whatever it is, because we don't really necessarily want it to grow too much. We can upgrade again, which is nice. Expensive, but nice. So now we got tons going there. How about our rum business? Can we upgrade it? Distillery, yeah, we can. For 1.7 million. Increase the top speed of your trains by 10%. Yeah, that sounds good. And get more innovation. That sounds good. More packages sounds good. It all sounds good. Let's save up 1 point. Well, you know what? We'll have to save it. And look at our. Let's sell that off. Get us a little bit of money, and let's upgrade this distillery to a level 3. Let's make it a level 4 because we know that 5.5. We know we can sell every one of them here in Newcastle, right? Because Newcastle will take 7, so we can just run rum over there all the time. We've got 15. Let's put a couple more trains on this. And let's make sure we're getting sugar in there at the right pace. We want 5.5. 5.5. Okay, he has upgraded. Good for him. 5.5. We're currently running 14. Oh yeah, we're good. We could throw one more train on there just to be sure, but we're awfully good there. So I think we're good on all of them. Yeah, that's pretty much done, I believe. Provided we haven't created some traffic jams here, we should be able to get. See, he's upgraded to level 2 already, so he's at a 4, and I think he'll probably punch in and go higher. Yeah, that's done. So let's, what else do we want to do? I mean, we could grow some more cities, but I kind of want to hold off and hang on to those in case they give us some other weird thing they want us to do. I mean, we could look at opening up this town and then getting that wool and running that wool in here, but I don't think it's necessary. Let's do a big old passenger line. I keep saying we're going to. I'd like to have a passenger line that runs all the way from Melbourne all the way to Sydney, which would give us a super highway of track here. I don't want to share it with this. This is our freight line. See, these trains don't make any money. You know what? You know what we can do? They're running such a long line. They only get 16,000 at one end and 0 at the other. So what we could do is really kill them and use this big long line as a passenger line. It could even, I mean, it could be a passenger and freight line, Melbourne to Sydney if we wanted to. But I think I'd like to run a passenger line. So let's do this. Let's just, these trains aren't really making any money. Carrying gold is not where the money is in this. So we're going to knock down all these trains. We did this and built that big long line to make sure we could get that task done. And it worked. It worked beautifully. Let's double check how we're doing here. Yeah, we're doing fine. Lumber. Let me look at the lumber. Oh, there's a lumber industry in Griffith too. Yeah, Griffith. Why don't you go help? And they should have plenty of. Oh no, it's furniture. I'm sorry. False alarm. They would need lumber, and we're not going to give them any of Swan Hill's lumber just yet. Well, they got 43 to export. Okay, we need to speed this up. There's no reason not to. We could make a lot of money on it. We're only half using that track. Swan Hill to Adelaide. Run some more trains out there. And again, this could be a auto signal and auto signal on the other side, and we could run more trains than we're doing, but it's fine. It's doing a lot. We could actually start shipping to the furniture factory if we wanted to. I don't think it matters. I think we're in good shape. And the other thing we could do here, if we're going to stay with this, and we can swap this out. You can, if you're fast enough, you can take this out, put in the other station. Let's just do that. Let's let him unload, and then let's hit delete here. Let's kill this track. Let's reset that object, and let's put in a large train station with signaling control and put it in the same place that other one was. And hope that our lines stay. Okay, we didn't quite. We need to back up a little bit more. Look at that. They all stay. They're all going to run into this station now. Beautiful. Okay. So that would give us a lot more throughput on that end. And we could do the same thing on this end. Why not? Okay. Let that train go a little bit. And let's delete. Reset that train. Let's delete this station right here. And we'll put a train station, large train station with signaling control in its place, hopefully right where it was. And then we'll run our line down here and see if we can't maintain the integrity of that line. And it looks like it worked. Good deal. Now we can really run some trains. 67. Oh my word. Swan Hill to Adelaide. Adelaide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1 All right, now we're starting to load up the doubling and everything. Now that furniture is really humming. The rum's almost done. The wool is doing great, so we're in good shape. And that furniture, the beauty of it, it's just going to, it's going to make money because it's not a horribly long line. And it should be able to get in and out of here very quickly. Make sure we have repairs on this end. Alright, what did we finish? Alright, we finished the rum, no surprise. The sheep's wool is doing great, and the lumber is doing better and better. Look at that, look at that. We still got exports. I mean, we could actually run it over here to this lumber industry. Yeah, why not? Expand the station. Run a track over here to. Let's go up this way. Okay. And we can set an auto signal line from here to here. And it takes 49 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I just built competition between the two lines for all of this, but that's okay. We got plenty, and we could even, can we level up one? No, we're as big as we're going to get. Now this tailor here, we could actually make it into something that would help the city grow if we had some wool. That's over there. And we could open that up, grab some wool, bring it. Yeah, shoot, why not? Let's access this one. Oh, they won't even let us. They won't let us go there. Task completed. What's that? We finished the sheep's wool. We finished the rum. We've got a few left on this. Oh, plenty to export. All right. More passengers, not that it matters. What's this? More. I'll take it, but I don't really care about that. Increase the profit of your factory. Sure, we'll do that. There's another a breakdown bad condition. Yeah, it's all right. These are long lines. Maintenance stations might not have been a bad thing to plan for on this. Oh, and we might want to bump up. Yeah, he's got plenty. We're probably going to have to run more wood trains to, is that warehouse 5 over there? Yeah. More wood to warehouse 5. And we got one more coming into Adelaide, and we're done with that task. And here's should be a bunch of them. Yep, here comes a bunch. All right, there we go. And we got new tasks. Doesn't look too bad. Let's save that for next time. Wait a minute, did we get more tasks? No. Grow some cities, make some clothing, produce clothing. We'll have to own the factory. Produce relamite, which is a new one for this one. Produce newspapers and transport cement. Okay. All right. We will deal with that in the next episode. So we got a lot done in this one. We get that. Those were they were a little challenging. I thought at first they were going to hit us with the man, you got to grow the town and then deliver the stuff. But they made it easy with the warehouses. But even that, we still had to do some work to get it done, and it all worked out just fine. And next time we'll come back and produce some new products. We're going to have to get into more industry ownership, but look at our numbers now. We're starting to make a little bit of money, and it's going to be easier. $3 million a year in profit. That's a lot better. We're in 1868, and we've got till 1915 to get this done. So we should be able to knock that off, and we'll do it as quickly as we can in anticipation that there's even more coming. Who knows?
I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire video. Thank you.